Paris, first class, international. This is every aspiring cabin crew's dream. Well, basically, this is what it says on this movie that we're gonna be reacting to. My name is Kath and welcome back to my channel, Days with Kath. On today's video, we're gonna be reacting to this quite famous flight attendant movie. Well, there isn't a lot of movies talking about flight attendants. That's why this is one of the movies that I think every aspiring flight attendant should at least watch once, just for fun. So this movie is View from the Top, starring Gwyneth Paltrow. And the first time I watched this movie was when I was also doing my cabin crew training here with my current airline. It was introduced to me by one of my batchmates. I don't know if we watched it online or it was playing on the cable TV, and we stopped studying and we just watched it. It was fun to watch because we could somewhat relate to them because they were also doing their training and then they started flying and stuff like that. So I decided for today's video, why not? You know, I'll try to share with you my couple of my reactions to a couple of clips from this movie, View from the Top. Let's get started.
Donna, why do you want to be a stewardess?
Well, for all the travel opportunities and for the excitement.
We're a budget airline. We fly from Laughlin to Fresno.
Once a week to Bakersfield.
We got 5 planes. We fly gamblers and drunks.
Right. Well, I want to provide those gamblers and drunks with the best service in the sky.
Actually, this is quite true when you go for your interview. No matter how much they tell you, like, because I remember when I did my interview with the airline in the Philippines, they were telling me, "So are you still willing to do this job even if the salary is like this?" You're like, you're so, how to say, you're so positive and you're so engrossed in the idea that you want to be a flight attendant. That's why no matter what they tell you, you just you just push for it.
Best service in the sky.
You're gonna love the uniform. Our motto is big hair, short skirts.
Big hair,
service
short skirts,
with a smile.
service with a smile.
Sir, please fasten your seatbelt.
You nervous?
Okay, if there is one thing I could say from this clip,
I'm sure.
is that their uniform is
Donna.
highly
Welcome to-
uncomfortable. I mean, the skirt is too short and they're wearing boots that I guess they don't change because most airlines now, we just wear the heels when we're on ground. But as soon as we get on board or after takeoff, we actually change to flats because that's gonna make your life a lot easier. And personally, I prefer wearing trousers when I'm working because when I wear the skirt, it sort of restrains the movement. And as you can see here, the skirts are too tight and
Donna.
too short.
Welcome to Sierra.
Yeah. You could tell that she's really looking up to her because she's a
As
senior.
much as you can today, sweetie. Just stay
And that's how
calm.
everyone
Like,
is
here
when
we're
they
full,
start flying. They
let's
sort of
take.
look up to the senior ones. So I guess this airline that she worked for doesn't have a training because as soon as she was hired, she immediately starts flying.
The overhead bins
And
are-
let me just fast forward.
I'll do the safety. You go tell the captain we're ready.
Okay.
It's funny that she's holding the manual while it's
Welcome
literally
aboard
on the
Sierra
job
Airlines,
training.
Flight 312 to Fresno. There are 3 emergency exits. Captain,
We are... Captain? Is he all right?
This doesn't happen.
Don't worry about him. Yeah, he'll be fine. I'll poke him with a stick and he'll get at it. If not, I'll give him his blankie and take matters into my own hands. Steve Bench.
So he's the first
me
officer of the
co-pilot,
flight
Steve.
and the captain is sleeping. So this doesn't really happen that much. Yes, we have old pilots, we have old captains, but no, they don't sleep like that on ground. I mean, there's a lot of checklists that they have to do when they're on ground, so it doesn't really happen like that. There's smoke coming out of the engines.
hands on your knees.
Oh yeah, this is what we call the semi-braced position to avoid flailing in case of a crash. Yeah, that's actually correct. Let me fast forward.
Sir, you ever been on a plane before?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know.
Sometimes it helps if you don't look down.
I'm doing great.
This is one of my favorite parts.
Shit!
It's just the wheels.
We lost the wheels?
No, Donna, relax.
You can never show that you are scared.
We're gonna crash!
Donna.
Oh my god! We're gonna crash!
When you become a flight attendant, no matter what happens, even if the captain tells you that you have an emergency, you cannot show signs of distress. You know, I mean, we're all human. Probably it's gonna show on your face that you're scared, but come on, this one, like, we're gonna crash, we're gonna crash. You cannot do this. This is a sure way to get fired.
Hi, I'm John Whitney.
So I guess now she's
long.
This one.
this is the part where she decided to apply for an international airline because I couldn't find the clip where they were. Let me just remove this because I couldn't hear my. There is actually a part of the movie where after they landed, they were in the cafeteria or something in the airport, in this very small airport, where they see international flight attendants who just happened to be there because I think they had a problem in their aircraft, and that's when the idea sparked that she wants to try for an international airline. So this is that part. Let me see.
Tell me, why do you want to work for Royalty Airlines?
Very common question.
I believe that I have a lot to offer your airline.
Very
Because the
cliche.
planes are, you know, they're so much bigger. Oh.
Big no-no for an interview.
Why do you
Gum.
want to work for Royalty Airlines?
Oh, well. I've got a lot of answers, but I just got to think of the right one.
Take your time, collect, gather, go.
Because I'm organized.
Collect, gather, go. Yeah, very good tip.
I worked for Sierra Airlines, you know. I put that down there. Yeah, right above.
She's
Hooters.
actually an experienced
Hooters.
cabin crew, so she
Right.
shouldn't
Oh, yes.
be
If there's a
scared for
task
the
in front of me,
interview.
I will not stop until I have completed it perfectly.
Did I say organized?
Got a question for you.
Okay.
What's your tolerance level for pain? Physical pain?
Like,
I don't know why they asked this
Sexual
question here.
pain?
Would you consider yourself a people person?
Oh, definitely. Big people person. Not just big people.
Not just big people, not just giants. Okay.
to learn and to follow through with all the tasks.
You could instantly tell that Donna, Gwyneth Paltrow, is giving all the expected answers. It sounds a little bit scripted because she has really prepared for it. She really wants to be a flight attendant. So when you go for the interview, yes, you're expecting to get answers like this, but I guess try to avoid sounding so generic like everybody else.
Can I say a few words?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Didgeridoo.
Scooby-Doo-Doo.
Tectonic plates. Tectonic plates.
This part doesn't
Do you
really
handle
make sense to
surprises
me.
Do you handle surprises well? I scared you, didn't I?
It has always been my dream to work for the best. And I think you guys are the best.
That's just terrific. You're terrific. How about?
It's weird.
No, this one.
This one.
It's called Strabusiness. There's no business like stro business. I get to make jokes.
So after this clip, she actually gets hired, and then they go for the training, and then now she gets to meet her idol, the person she looks up to, Sally Weston. In this story, Sally Weston is a senior flight attendant who wrote books about the experiences. So Donna was really looking up to her, and she gets to finally meet her. Let's see this clip. Okay, so she seems very rich.
Howdy! Welcome aboard.
Four white wine girls? Yes, please. Oh, I'm sorry. How about
So they just simply go for a dinner with Sally Weston. I don't know why they're so special that they were chosen to have dinner with her. I don't really remember because I watched this movie. I guess the last time was like a few months ago.
Thank you. Jack built it, along with the rest of Rancho Esmeralda
He
community.
built the whole thing?
With my bare hands.
How did you all meet?
Okay.
That is a cute story. Jack was flying to Maui to build the Ka'anapali Towers Resort. I was serving him. This was first class. And he must have pushed that call button.
So
20
the
times.
husband was
More
a
warm
previous
nuts,
customer,
more warm
passenger.
nuts. No man alive could eat that many warm nuts. So then, when I saw this huge pile of warm nuts under his seat, it hit me. It wasn't the nuts he wanted. It was me.
Aww.
Where have you been all my life, Mr. Man?
So what was it like, Mrs. Weston, when you started flying?
Oh.
Oh, it was wonderful. The exotic cities.
Don is very passionate about the job.
Circumcised.
Not all.
So, is it difficult to get those international routes?
Well, you have to have seniority.
Should I apply now?
And even then, you have to speak several languages and serve impeccably. Oh, but it was worth it. It was different then. People dressed for flights. It was like every
The
night
golden
going
days of
Every night
flying.
was
Magic.
Magic, yeah.
Up there.
So one of my favorite
But don't
parts of the
expect an
movie, the
easy
training.
road. No. An easy road, comma,
Royalty
don't
Airlines
expect
training.
one. I will not hold your hand. In fact, I'm not even going to touch it. Now, what I want all of you to do is to stand up. Come on, let's go. Stand up. And I want you to look underneath your seat. Go ahead. Taped to the bottom, each of you will find a $1 bill. Now, what did we learn from this exercise? We learned you have to get off your ass to make a buck.
To earn a buck or make a buck, yeah.
Down.
Well, this is very typical of trainings when you do flight attendant trainings. They tend to incorporate icebreakers and activities to make it more fun.
Thank you. Now, we don't actually learn to make bucks here, but we do learn to treat our passengers.
Royalty.
Like
Of
royalty.
course. Royalty Airlines.
So, shall we get started?
Treat our passengers like royalty, yeah.
There's an oxygen mask up above you. On ahead and shout. Before helping the people who love you, put it on yourself.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes?
This is for...
This is actually very true. We do trainings like this. We do drills for decompression. This is like a decompression drill where the masks drop down. You sort of memorize the commands that you need to shout for the customers. And we also have service trainings like this where the instructor pretends to be a disgruntled customer or passenger in this case. And you have to sort of try to pacify the customer. So I guess this is what they're doing
First
here.
class. I want my hand towels, I want my little booties, and I want
And
my
they
warm
try to
nuts.
be super exaggerated.
You call these warm nuts? I felt warm
Yeah,
nuts in a polar
I mean,
bear.
not to this point, but similar.
No. What
You
did we
fail,
learn
of
here?
course. It goes on your file
Upon
if
encountering a
you...
DP or a disgruntled
if you break.
passenger, take the following steps. A, listen. 2, acknowledge. And C, explain. And on a more personal
Actually, this is
note,
similar to
I have
this
actually felt a
listen,
polar bear's
acknowledge,
nuts.
and explain.
Yeah.
Is something similar
Quite
to what
toasty
we
warm.
what they teach us on the training here, which is listen, you empathize, you acknowledge, and then you paraphrase what the customer said. This makes the customer feel that you are indeed listening to them, and by repeating what they actually said, it helps pacify or de-escalate their emotions.
I have actually felt a polar bear's nuts. Yeah. Quite toasty warm.
Again,
Get those
decompression.
masks on! Louder!
I mean, in real life, the commands are not this long. I mean, at least for my airline, our commands for decompression is not this long. This is too much. You have so little time for you to, the commands has to be short and spot on in situations like this. You cannot, go shouting, if you love someone, put it on yourself. It's too much. Yeah. But this is a movie. This part is too sad for me because Donna Actually, she passed the training, but she did not get enough grades to be chosen to fly international. It was her other friend, played by Christina Applegate, who actually was chosen to do international routes for the reason that during the exam she swapped their papers. So Gwyneth couldn't really, Donna in this case, she couldn't really accept the fact that she failed, and that she's just gonna do regional flights, meaning domestic flights within US. So she wasn't really happy about that. She tried to get a reconsideration. So let's see what happens here.
Try and take this news with the poise and grace that one associates with Royalty Airlines. We expect our employees to behave in a professional manner and to handle setbacks with integrity.
Screw integrity. I am not going back to commuter. Oh my God. I can't believe this is happening. This cannot be happening.
Royalty Express.
Because her expectations were really high, and she studied so well for the training.
It's not my destiny. I want my destiny.
Well, I'm sorry, but you'll be eligible to reapply after 1 year.
1 year? I was the best in my class.
She was actually,
I've seen it 100 times. You peaked too soon.
I don't understand.
How do I explain this? You're what we in the trainee business call a peak too sooner.
Too bad that she wasn't chosen to do international flights. So being the passionate girl that she is, she decided that, okay, I'm gonna accept my fate, and I'm gonna be the best flight attendant you have on a commuter. So that's actually what she did. She reapplied again, and she's doing the exam.
Be sure to remember to put your identification number on the front of the exam booklet and pass
And this
it
time
forward.
she's okay. She went to the front to pass her paper. It's funny that she's the only one who has a crop top among the applicants.
Well, well, well. Congratulations. I just want you to know that I was against this retesting at this time. That's not procedure. But apparently, Miss Sally Weston doesn't have the same respect for procedure that some of us have had to.
Oh, yeah, Sally Weston
You'll be
helped her
happy to know
out. Yeah, I
you got a perfect
remember.
score. First time in 7 years.
Of course.
Last time was me. So I imagine you'll have
Oh,
fun.
yeah, this is a sad part because he
Up
actually did the training as well, but because
living out
of...
your destiny.
Aww.
Must be nice.
Thank you.
Aww. But I guess he was really meant to be an instructor.
Mr. Whitney, I just want you to know that I couldn't have done this without you.
Yeah, right.
I mean it. You're an excellent instructor.
I am.
Yes.
That's the nicest damn thing anyone's ever
Yes,
said
he
to me.
was.
I'd say we're both living our destiny.
You do it, Donna Jensen.
And this is actually true. If you get a really good instructor during your training, you really look up to them. And up to this
Now,
day,
you
I will
get outta
never
here.
forget
Get outta here.
my instructors
Oh, and
in the
Donna.
local airline that I flew with, and the instructors I had when I initially joined with my airline now. I will never forget them because I've learned so much, and they're forever going to be part of my flying career. So now she starts flying and she starts doing all these international flights. Let's watch this part here. Oh, there's ads. Let's watch the ads. Okay. Now she called up her mentor. Oh, she's now in Paris.
I'm in Paris.
Well, good for you. I knew you'd get there. Can I pick 'em or can't I pick 'em? Rudolph, you're not tenderizing meat, for God's sake.
I really wanted to say thank you.
Well, don't spend all day on the phone. Go out and see the city.
Her outfit here is to die for. It's so beautiful. She's so pretty. Yeah, I sometimes do this as well because sometimes you tend to go out alone, and yeah, so I just go to parks and I sit there. Sometimes I carry my book. My favorite place to read a book, actually, one of the favorite destinations is in Madrid. There's a park, I forgot the name, but it's in front of the palace. And during summer, it's perfect weather. You just go there and you sit. There's a lot of people. You read your book, and nobody really bothers you. So yeah, it's amazing. But I just can't stop looking at her coat. It's really beautiful. Of course, I will never forget the first time I saw the tower. Eiffel Tower. I think she wrote a postcard. I did this once. I wrote a postcard from Rome for my husband. I don't know if he still has it.
I'll just start with Paris is beautiful.
Oh yeah, because she was dating somebody, but she chose to do international.
Champagne, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, now she's fluent in French.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as everyone takes their seats,
We'll be ready to leave the gate.
Mademoiselle, le champagne.
Oui, j'arrive.
Excuse me, but if we're going to be late, I have to make a call.
This is very typical. Very typical. Everybody's gonna ask for stuff all at the same time.
Champagne, s'il vous plaît.
Oui.
Oh my god, that is why we never open the champagne in the cabin.
Monsieur,
We never open the champagne in the cabin. We always do it for this reason that you don't want to blind somebody because of... Oh, this is the part Christine confronts her. Because, okay, just a quick background. She found out that it was Christine who swapped their papers. So in the end, Christine was terminated because she was also stealing from the... She was stealing from the aircraft, and this is a big no-no. You're not supposed to take home anything from the aircraft. So she was stealing. At one point, they met up, and her bag was filled with alcohol, miniatures, amenities from the aircraft. So you're really not supposed to. You're not supposed to do that. So she was terminated, and she was so bitter. But what I don't understand in this clip. Okay, this was pre 9/11, so I guess the security was like. Not how it is today, but nobody can go on board the aircraft without an ID, without a boarding pass, because you need to have an intention for you to be allowed to enter at least the boarding gate, and you cannot go inside without an ID like in this scenario.
Stand the fact that I was prettier than you, that I was more fun than you, that everyone loved me.
All I did was try to help you out.
Yeah, because Christine was struggling during the
I
training.
never stabbed you in the back, Donna.
You switched.
Yeah,
our
she did.
Exams.
Well, if you're gonna nitpick.
You left me rotting in Cleveland while you went and dotted your eyes with those tacky little hearts.
Oh, that's how she found out that she swapped, because of the hearts in the eyes.
Perfect. Oh, excellent, Donna. Way to go, Donna. Is it
Oh,
hard
she
to
was
get those international
jealous.
labs, Mrs.
But they were
Benson?
friends. Too
Throwing
sad.
yourself all over that stupid Ted.
Hey,
You know what? You make me sick.
you better leave Ted out of this. Just because you're pissed off that he wanted me and not you.
Oh my goodness.
Get your hands off me.
I'm scared, Donna. What are you gonna do?
And why is Donna
Throwing
the
your
only
big
air?
books at me?
Why is she alone in the aircraft?
Don't you walk away from me.
Cat fight in the galley. Oh no. Where are the ground staff? Where's the flight deck? Where's the lead person? Is this like a... Okay, and then suddenly the customers are there. This is just one part of the movie that's really, really impossible.
You got that fancy uniform and the $40 haircut, but I see right through you, Donna, right to the inside.
Welcome aboard.
The show must go on. There is actually one clip in this movie, like one scene where it really touched my heart after watching it again like 2 months ago. The scene where she was just continuously doing flights, and you could see the change of season, like from winter to summer to like fall, and then it hit home. It was quite sad because that's the reality of our job, where Sometimes you spend Christmas alone, you're gonna be in your hotel room, your family's so far away, and it will just really come to a point where you'll have to pick it. You will have to choose, is this the life that you want to live or not? And this is what exactly happened here with Donna's character, because she had to leave her boyfriend and had to choose her career over her love life. But in the end, actually, she went back to her boyfriend, Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk. And so let's watch the final part. So this is the scene where
You made me happy.
she went back to
Who are you?
to her ex-boyfriend's family house, and the grandmother doesn't even remember her.
You haven't heard a single word I've said, have you?
Because she wasn't happy anymore.
I did.
Oh, he's there. So this is just a whole huge drama of I love you, you love me, and then they get back together.
Sally had said that life is a series of arrivals and departures. But I learned there is more than one way to spread your wings.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cleveland's Hopkins International Airport. Please keep your seatbelts fastened until we reach the gate. We know you have a choice when you travel, and we thank you for choosing Royalty Express. If this is just a stopover for you, we do wish you a safe and pleasant continuation of your journey. And if Cleveland is your final destination,
Welcome home. So of course, yeah, just to end it up in a very good note, she became a flight deck crew. She became immediately a captain, but of course it takes years and years before you become a captain. Of course, you have to be second officer, first officer, they accumulate hours and then you get promoted. But of course, she's Donna, why not? She became a captain immediately. So yeah, it's a fun movie, especially when you're starting up or you're planning to become a flight attendant. It's a feel-good movie. It's a love story. I like this movie, and I really suggest that if you're an aspiring flight attendant, go and watch this movie just because it's fun. That's it. For no other reason at all. It's just really a fun, feel-good movie. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you know any other movies or TV series that is about flight attendants, let me know. Really love to make another reaction video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do click the subscribe button and hit the bell notification button so that you'll get notified on the new videos that I'll be making in the future. Just to let you know, I also make cabin crew content videos, how to become a cabin crew, how to answer cabin crew interview questions, and I also do a couple of makeup tutorials. And if I'm not lazy, I also do travel videos. So if you're interested, please don't forget to subscribe. So this has been Days with Kath. I will see you next time. Bye!